Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming. Welcome to the September 2014 session of the New York City Campaign Finance Board, and I hope that everybody had a great summer. First order of business is to approve the minutes from the July 10th, 2014 meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second?
Agreed.
Aye.
So there are a number of items to report on since our last meeting in July. Earlier this month, the board published By the People, the New York City Campaign Finance Program in the 2013 elections, which was a comprehensive report on the effect the city's public matching funds program had on last year's elections. The report shows that candidates in the 2013 elections relied on small contributions from New York City residents to fund their campaigns. To understand the impact of the matching funds program, simply compare what happened last year to what we are witnessing in New York this year. State and federal campaigns dominated by large contributions. The report also includes the board's recommendations for changes to the act and describes the steps we've taken to improve administration of the program. This is the 9th post-election report published by the board since 1988. These reviews, required by the Campaign Finance Act, have helped strengthen the program and ensure that it is responsive to a changing political landscape. I urge all New Yorkers to go to the CFB's website to read the report. Last month, the board was very pleased that the City Council adopted and Mayor de Blasio signed into law 2 proposals that will increase transparency in future city elections. Local Law 41 of 2014 will further strengthen the city's disclosure rules for independent expenditures. The law requires independent spenders to list their top 3 donors on or in their communications. This will give voters crucial information about who is paying for an ad the first time that they see it. The law will also require spenders to provide more details about the largest contributors to their campaigns, making it more difficult to shield the ultimate source of those funds from public view. The board thanks the council for working with the CFB staff to craft a strong law, and I thank the staff for their work as well. Once again, New York City is leading the way in the effort to empower voters and strengthen disclosure of outside spending in elections. Local Law 40 will ban anonymous communications by city candidates by requiring a paid-for-by notice on all campaign communications. The board has recommended a similar requirement in previous reports, and we are pleased that lawmakers have adopted it. Finally, the board welcomes the enactment of Local Law 43. This clarifies that the CFB's mandate to print and deliver a citywide voter guide will not apply when a city referendum has not been certified for the ballot 60 days prior to the election. This common sense measure will allow the CFB to conserve city resources in the rare instances when a referendum may be certified at the last minute. And it's now my pleasure to turn the floor over to Executive Director Amy Press.
I too have a number of things to announce. I want to first commend Matt Sollers, the editor of our post-election report, on all his hard work, and all the staff, many of whom worked on that report. It's a wonderful piece of work. On Monday, the City Council is scheduled to hold a hearing on our post-election report at 10 o'clock in the morning, at which we will testify and discuss the board's recommendations and findings in that report. Last Friday, I participated in 2 sessions at the Practicing Law Institute's annual Corporate Political Finance Seminar in Washington, D.C. I participated on 2 panels, one on state and local campaign finance regulation and another on the city's pay-to-play law. Also, since our last board meeting, there was a verdict in the Baldeo criminal trial. If the board recalls, 3 of our staff members testified at that prosecution by the U.S. Attorney from the Southern District which resulted in conviction. Finally, the draft audit reports for the 2013 elections have started to go out. I want to commend Jonathan Klein and our entire audit staff on the enormous amount of work that has gone into preparing those reports. Also, as a complement to that, our Candidate Services Unit has started to hold our regular draft audit report trainings. I think there's been 3, and they have been very well attended, so thank the staff for all of their hard work on all of those fronts.
And now we'll have a report from the VAC Chair, Art Chang.
Terrific. I want to announce that that next Tuesday, September 23rd, is National Voter Registration Day. The voter assistance staff will be extremely busy, helping to promote 3 events. Just Say Yes to Voting at City Hall Park from 10 to 2, in conjunction with Hot 97 and the League of Women Voters. The second is Vote Like Your Life Depends on It at Washington Square Park from 11 to 2, with the New York Organ Donor Network. And third, Brooklyn Voter Jam at Columbus Park, which is on the back steps of Brooklyn Borough Hall from 10 to 2 p.m. In conjunction with Catholic Charities. So we're very pleased to be sponsoring this and look forward to a great day. There will be giveaways, music, and special events at all 3. On October 28th is our next Voter Assistance Advisory Committee meeting here in this room at 5:30 p.m. I encourage everyone to try to attend. And finally, I'm pleased to announce that we have established a nonprofit called the Fund for New York City Voters. This is a vehicle for receiving charitable funds in support of our voter assistance activities. And that's it for me.
Thank you so much. There was another item on our agenda pertaining to former candidate Andrew King that at Mr. King's request will be adjourned for a later date. And now I will take motions to go into executive session.
So moved.
Okay.
Aye.
So before the board are recommended penalties for a candidate, Sewala Caselli, a candidate in City Council District 31 in the 2013 A special election. For filing a late disclosure statement and failing to file a disclosure statement, $900. For making cash expenditures greater than $100, $71. For failing to respond to requests for documentation, $250, for total penalties of $1,221.
So moved.
Second?
Aye. Are there any other matters?
No?
Adjourned. Thank you very much.